The more these two keep going back and forth, the more I want to see this fight. Alex has been talking for weeks about eventually facing Dricus du Plessis in the middleweight division, and honestly, I'm kind of on the fence about it, but regardless, if they do fight, it's going to be a massive fight, a huge one, honestly. Personally, I'd rather see it happening at 205, but you know how Alex is. He's a tough guy, and a big part of why people love him is that he's willing to go down to fight or up to fight anyone. And here's the thing, I really don't want to see Alex drop back down to 185. That's not Alex at 100%. I know he's a badass and he's willing to drop back down just to fight Dricus and do what Izzy couldn't do. But I'm not even sure if he can make 185 anymore. And that was the entire reason why he moved up to 205 in the first place. While I get that he's all about taking on challenges, I think staying at 205 is where we'll see him at his best. Honestly, I don't think this fight happens at 185. Dricus himself said that he wants to move up eventually and face Alex at his own weight class because that's just the kind of an alpha move Dricus will pull. But knowing Dana White, I doubt he'll let this happen at middleweight, so I really think that this fight is destined to go down at 205. And look, man, I'm actually pretty excited for this fight down the line. Even though obviously it's not happening anytime soon since both fighters have a lot going on, like Alex has Khalil Roundtree next and possibly Magomed Ankalaev waiting for him after that. On the other side, we have Dricus. He's gearing up for that rematch with Sean Strickland, and he still has some unfinished business in his division. Sure, he beat top guys like Whitaker, Strickland, and Izzy, but there are still some rising contenders he might have to deal with. So while that fight could be massive, both of them have to clear their path first. But let's say this fight happens next at 205, and let's say hypothetically that it happens next, right? Honestly, I don't think it would be a close fight at all. And this might be a bit controversial, but I believe Alex walks right through him. Now, I know what you guys are going to say. How can you say that? Dricus has been taking out everyone in the middleweight division with his unorthodox blitz style. And look, I get those are important factors, but I'm still going to stick with my opinion. I think Alex wins. Now, don't get me wrong. Dricus du Plessis can definitely win, especially when you look at how his fights have gone so far. They tend to follow a similar pattern. He comes out swinging big, missing, looking exhausted, and then somehow he still manages to pull off a win. I think a lot of that has to do with his blitz attack. His opponents don't really know how to counter it. I mean, for an example, Israel Adesanya would just back up and try to avoid it, and you could say the same thing for Sean Strickland. They both avoided the blitz instead of trying to counter it. Darren Till, on the other hand, had more success countering Dricus than either Sean or Izzy, which is kind of crazy to think about. And I truly believe the key to defeat Dricus isn't being a technical striker like Adesanya or Sean Strickland. To really challenge him, I think you really need power just to hurt him. Now, don't get me wrong, Adesanya landed some solid shots, specifically in the body too, which played a significant role in that fight, but Dricus is relentless, and he powered through it. When I look at the division, I don't really see anyone with that kind of overwhelming power that can make a difference, except for one man. And he's not even in the middleweight division. Obviously, I'm referring to Alex Pereira. And it's pretty obvious that Alex is strong at 205. This isn't like the middleweight division where Alex looked like he skipped leg day. Now the guy is massive and you can see the power. I don't think Dricus' size would play a huge factor either. Sure, he's big, but Alex has faced some serious units. Take Jan Blachowicz for an example. He's a huge 205er. While he doesn't have Dricus' grappling credentials, guy's got power. And when he fought Alex, he found himself in some pretty dicey situations, especially in the grappling aspect of that fight. But if there's one thing I've noticed, is that Alex's grappling defense has improved a ton. As long as he stays in the center of the cage, Dricus would have a hard time taking him down. Plus, Alex is bigger. We've seen him stuff takedowns before. Now, to be fair, those guys weren't exactly like Olympic level wrestlers. Still, you can tell that he's getting better. And by the time they meet in the cage, I think Alex can neutralize Dricus' grappling game. I mean, who needs jiu-jitsu when you hit like a truck, am I right? And look, man, even if Dricus manages to take down Alex, I honestly think Alex will survive. Sure, he might not get back on his feet in that round, but he'll hang in there. And remember, every round starts standing again. Overall, I think Dricus is going to have a tough time getting Alex down, and I believe he'll be more hesitant. All it takes to beat Dricus is someone who can match his strength on the feet. He doesn't respect most people's power, but he will respect Alex's power. and that's going to play a huge factor in this fight. Also, I'm aware Dricus blocking works well at his weight class because, let's be real, the guy is just a tank and he eats all those shots with his high guard. But even then, he still does get occasionally clipped by hooks. And come on, dude, do I even have to say it? Alex's left hook is straight up overpowered. We've all seen what happened when it lands. Dricus will definitely be more cautious because he knows Alex packs some serious power, especially at 205. He might have not respected Izzy or Strickland's power, but when it's someone like Alex, man, you gotta respect it or you're getting knocked out. But just in general, Dricus is there to be hit, and I do believe that Alex will knock him out easy. But obviously, that fight's not happening anytime soon, and when the time comes, I will make my prediction video and I'll explain why Alex, yet again, would run through Dricus. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you guys did, let me know in the comments down below, and don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and like always, guys, I'll see you guys on my next one.